Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Quarantine with the Stars here on AfterBuzz TV. I am so thrilled to be joined by up-and-coming R&B star Omar Wilson. Omar, where are you right now? Where are you broadcasting from?
Hey, Jeff, how you doing? I am in Norwalk, Connecticut right now, obviously in my vehicle, just doing what everybody else is doing, staying safe, social distancing, and preparing to come out of this greater than I was when we went in.
Do you have any home studio recording stuff that you can be making demos or writing? You just froze. This is a part of the joys of
I'm right there. I'm downstairs at the studio right on my way, so it's great to be able to still have a convenient space to create. 'Cause, I mean, this is for me, and I know for a lot of artists, no matter what your tool is the best time to create.
Good. Well, I'm glad you're using this time, effectively. I think that's advice that we could be giving to a lot of artists is rather than sitting back, use this as a time for inspiration. At the same time, though, is it tough for you to find that creative inspiration and optimism amidst a really challenging time in the world?
Wow. Well, the good thing about me, when I first started really being inspired by writing, it was about people, places, and things. It was about seeing people going through things, ups and downs, good and bad, different demographics, walks of life. I've been blessed to, live a number of different places. So really, I'm just going back to drawing off the inspiration that initially gave me the spark to want to sing to the people and create music that's inspirational. And that is seeing people go through so much. So for me, it's actually been great. It's been great to really sit down and see how similar we are, no matter where you come from.
I love that. Well, speaking of inspirational music, of course, your album's called Living Legend. For those who haven't heard your music yet, how would you describe your album and how would you describe the sound?
Well, the album is a soulful contemporary vibe. It's paying homage to the music that will last forever because the intent, the integrity, and the purpose was great. Was correct, but it's also putting a spin on it to make sure that whether you're 2 or whether you're 92, that you can feel the vibe. So it's that perfect synergy between the right musicality and me using the voice that God gave me to really sing to the soul of the people.
I love that. I mean, I was reading some of your influences, Marvin Gaye, Donnie Hathaway. I mean, these guys really created an essential chapter American music.
Correct.
So
you know what? It was a space and time that allowed music to last forever. And that was one thing when I initially started delving into these great individuals. It was no matter how long life will be, they will always be able to touch your spirit, your soul, and connect with people. So that's what I always wanted to do and work hard to is create music that stands the test of time and will live forever.
I love it. Well, standing the test of time, you're already doing that because you were nominated for an NAACP Image Award. Talk about what the award nomination was and what that was like to receive that nomination.
I mean, to be among the peers that I worked so hard to acquire and to finally have that recognition from individuals that are professionals, it's definitely a badge of honor that any artist wants and that yearns for. And just to have that confirmation that I am on the same level, I do have the same prowess, I can be what everybody wants to be, and that's a star.
I love that. Well, your next, the single you're pushing right now, that's really kind of blowing up the radio is called 96. What's the single and how would you describe it?
Oh, a single is a throwback to, the golden age of R&B, 90s, 2000 music, when it was just about great voices, great music, melodies, stories, and emotion, and just having that vibe and go back to that feeling and start all over with the girl that I love.
Yeah. Who do you feel like when you think of I feel like for most people it's in their teenage years that they really lock on to certain artists. Who do you look at as the artists you grew up with? Who are the major influences for you now?
I mean, coming up, everybody from a Jodeci to a Mary J. Blige to a Marvin Gaye and a James Brown. It was that whole gambit, that kind of melting pot and that gumbo of music. So no matter what the age of the artist, it was the way it touched me, So there's been so many influences that I could name them forever.
Yeah, I love that. Well, you were also saying that there's another album coming. It's going to be covers. As someone who has such a huge, wide taste in music, how do you pick the songs that you're going to cover?
Well, I let the songs speak to me. You know, when the songs become personal to you, it allows you to invoke them and to represent them correctly. Also, my label, BSE Recordings, they are phenomenal at having the history of even knowing what my voice entails, even sometimes more than I do. So it's also having the correct team and having the right people that you believe in, knowing they're knowing that they have your back and they're bringing out the best in you. So it's definitely been a phenomenal journey and a learning experience to be with a team of individuals that really know what they're doing and how to fine point my laser to let me know exactly what to do. And thank you for the confirmation that we are doing just that. And
Absolutely.
the album is called Omar Wilson Sings the Classics. You know, it's just, once again, paying homage to music and individuals that will last forever.
I love it. I don't know if you're watching the show on FXX Dave starring Lil Dicky, but there's a whole subplot about his manager and what it takes for a good manager to work with their artist. What do you think it is that makes your team so great?
You know what? They want to see me win. They want to see me get the best out of who Omar Wilson is. They want to see me reach the highest plateau available because they believe I have that ability. And I do as well. But it takes a team. It takes a village. You know, like even Ralph Lauren, I was watching an interview on him, and he was like, there's no way, no matter how great one person is, if it's not, you do not have the right synergy, it might not ever happen. So for me, it's just trusting in the people that are trusting in me to be great. I know that they want the best for me. So even sometimes where I might not see the light in certain things, I believe in them, and it always comes to fruition the correct way. And you right now are confirmation of our hard work and our believing in each other and looking out for the best of the product, which happens to be me.
I love that. I love that. So who's a dream artist you'd want to work with?
Man, right now, alive, probably Mary J. Blige, Rihanna, you know, Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, people like that. I would have loved to have worked with Tupac, Marvin Gaye, you know, Otis Redding, you know, Donnie Hathaway, all those guys. So
Totally.
definitely just, you know, influential people.
Yeah. I wish we had more time. I'm having a blast chatting with you, Omar, but we are a TV coverage network. And one thing we like to ask is, what are some TV shows that you've just been binging in quarantine?
Oh man, I've been watching Ozark. Ozark that had me. That's like, you know, and I've been falling asleep on some of the episodes, waking up, got to go back and check it out. I'm probably about 2 or 3 episodes from the end, but the actors, the way it's written, even the way it's shot, the film they're using, I don't know, the texture, it's just all it's definitely been
They use those really gritty kind of filters on the film. It's kind of dim lighting, and it really adds to the show.
Right, and it brings out like even the vibrance of the way the hair colors. It adds to the feeling of the way they're acting. So shout out to them, man. It's a phenomenal show. Phenomenal.
I love that.
Series.
Well, of course, you guys know Omar. His single that's blown up the radio right now is 96 off his debut album, Living Legend. And of course, you should keep your eyes peeled for Omar Wilson Sings the Classics. Omar, anything else we should be looking out for before I let you go?
Please, everybody, follow me on Instagram at Omar Wilson1. Facebook and Twitter is Omar Wilson. You can definitely just Google my name to see videos and a lot of stuff coming up. And please, everybody go on, download and stream my new single, 96. It's definitely going to be one of those records that brings back the summer. I can hear it rocking all summer. And as soon as we are able, you know, to have some fun together, I'll be around touring and singing in everywhere I can. And thank you again, Big Brother, for allowing me to be a part of this phenomenal platform.
Of course, man. Thank you. And we'll see you next time. And ladies and gentlemen, this has been AfterBuzz TV's Quarantine with the Stars. We are live every day between noon and 1 p.m., bringing on some of your favorite up-and-comers in the business, whether that's TV, movies, film, music, even writers, directors, and producers. So make sure you tune in on AfterBuzz TV, and we will see you here tomorrow, only on Quarantine with the Stars.